Monday morning, newspaper time. Hey, I'm sorry about that black screen. I mean, you can hear the music at least, but you can't see the countdown. Chrome's got to sort something out, fix that. But it's okay because now, we're at the actual meat and potatoes. Like, it doesn't matter about that intro screen. We reached the real meal instead of the real deal, the real meal. The newspaper. Today's paper, Grace, she's over here just hanging out. She's just doing her thing, you know. Just enjoying her little time. You all right, sweetie? She's good. You all right? You want to come up here? Could be one of those reads today. Let's get started on it though. Let's get the Inquirer out of here and get going. No time to waste. No time to waste, I say. You know what I mean? No time to waste when you have a child who's making some noises nearby. Okay. We got two papers today, per usual. Per usual. Let's start with this one. Oh, no, this one. Put this one over here. New York Times. You okay? Oh, yeah. There she goes. Here she is. Hey, my sweets. You know how we separate sections with the fans? Did you get your paper? Do you have yours? You have your paper because we need you to get your paper. And if you don't, it's fine. Because I have mine. And that's kind of the whole point, is that I have mine. Separating sections, Grace. Front page today. What do you think? Can we do this in like a half hour, Grace? What do you think? Region? Sports. I'm sorry. Business. I'm seeing sports here. Yeah? Seeing sports on the desk, got a little distracted. Sports. You want to start right here? You don't want to start with sports. You do. Okay, let me look. I did see that Duce Daly was, quote, leaving the nest. There he is. Duce. Plans to take a job elsewhere, according to Les Bowen and I guess sources. Before we get into that, though, how about TB? Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. Seriously. That dude. Right, Grace? You gotta cheer for him. You gotta root for him. You got to. 10th Super Bowl for Tom. Right, Grace? He's going to become the first quarterback as well to play Super Bowl on his team's home field. It's kind of a cool little stat. All right. Take on the Chiefs. We're coming home, said Bucks coach Bruce Arians. And he's holding the trophy. Here we go. We'll be home. Pretty awesome. I mean, it's just pretty incredible, I'd say, with Tom. You know? Oh, Sirianni's got some of his henchmen. He's bringing with him. 2 Colts aides. Colts defensive backs coach Jonathan Gannon will be the Eagles' defensive coordinator. And league source confirmed. Colts passing game specialist Kevin Petula reportedly joining the staff as a passing game coordinator. Green Bay coach regrets late field goal. Well, yeah. I mean, when you're talking giving the ball back to that guy, probably not the best plan. Matt LaFleur put his game in the hands of his defense instead of all-pro quarterback Aaron Rodgers, in a decision that will be questioned in Green Bay for years to come. With the spot in the Super Bowl on the line, LaFleur opted for a field goal on 4th and goal from the 8 when trailing by 8 points with just over 2 minutes remaining. Rodgers never got the ball back in his 4th straight title game loss as Tampa Bay. I've heard it before. I can't say I made that up. It's Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. Ran out the clock. This one does sting, LaFleur said. It's going to take a long time to get over this one. Yeah, well. Until next year, Pack. Here's something about a take on Carter Hart, and maybe he could be helping out with awakening Flyers somehow. Flyers penalty kill looks lost without center Sean Couturier. Franchise goalie Carter Hart isn't exactly showing that his road struggles last season were a fluke. Oh, and their poorest defense is probably making general manager Chuck Fletcher wish he had been more aggressive and added a suitable replacement for Matt Niskanen. Frustration level got to the usually composed Hart as the final horn sounded on the Flyers' 6-1 loss Saturday night in Boston. He whacked his net several times. Said, hey, Net, I'm going to take up my frustrations on you, brah. Like it or not. Splintered his stick before heaving it and stormed off the ice. So that's what he's talking about, his stick waking the Flyers. A short time later, Hart apologized for the outburst, saying it was unprofessional and done in the heat of the moment. The heat of the moment. Well, you're allowed to be frustrated and a little angry occasionally. You're 2 years old? So, no games tonight, I don't think. Sixers played on Saturday last. Actually, there's a game. Sixers. Again against the Pistons. Tonight. 7 p.m. Flyers. Not until tomorrow. Against those pesky Devils of New Jersey. Weather or not? No, just weather. High 41 today. Look, Monday night. That's tonight. I'm seeing some snowflakes. I'm seeing an illustration that indicates flurries. You okay, sweetie? You want to get back down on the ground and crawl around, see your friends, see your buds? Okay, you do that. Excuse me. Sunset, 5:12. A minute later than yesterday's sunset. All right, I'm going to close down sports, even though I'm trying my best not to get sucked into this headline. Marcus Hayes I'll read it some other time. Grace, you okay, hon? Shh. You want to get back up? Business. Turn to your business section, please. Now's the time. Come here. Back up. That's cool. If you want to be part of the read, we're going to put on something besides news channel for you to watch. Maybe Paw Patrol. Is that on right now? Oh, it's Full House time. Nope, it's Blaze. Blaze and the Monster. Monster of something. It's alright. Paw Patrol will be on in 20 minutes or 15 minutes or something. Look. Boy, oh boy. Blaze. On the business front page today, we have somebody looks to me a video, Prime Video screenshot. Wolfpack takes the field at Lincoln Financial Field. The team of investors launched a Philly-based entrepreneurial show on Amazon Prime. The show stars Kent Griswold, Judy Chang Cody, Leonard Lodish, Leslie Goodell, and Courtney Lawless. So they're trying to start their own show too, huh? You think you're going to be taking on the daily newspaper read somehow, you people? Yeah? Start your own show? Think you can go on Amazon Prime and just get some more exposure through Amazon Prime and through a YouTube channel, personal YouTube channel? Fine. It's educational and entertaining. It supports local charities and inspires businesses to do the same. Thanks to the coronavirus pandemic, Kent Griswold hasn't ridden an elevator in nearly a year. Cool. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. But his elevator pitch is far from rusty. And as to cite the pitch for his streaming TV series, he spills it fluidly without wasting a second. Wolfpack is a reality show targeted to entrepreneurs with a dream that features a group of local investors who will work together to provide capital and resources and exposure to help those companies achieve their dreams. Griswold, I'm sorry, I should get a tissue. Griswold, 62, launched 4 episodes of the TV streaming TV series this month. It's a more realistic rival to the wildly popular ABC show Shark Tank. Filmed primarily in Lincoln Financial Field with the support of participation of the Eagles. Alright, so you go on Amazon Prime, you find Wolfpack, not The Hangover, Wolfpack, but Pack, P-A-C. Something Action Committee? I don't know. I should spell it out. You do that. Nose. Sorry. You do that. You can watch Leslie Goodell and a bunch of randoms toss football around. Give people money. Coming from a random himself. You can watch other randoms. And listen to this random. I don't know if you've seen that yet. Have you seen that? Yeah, have you seen that image? I don't know. Your first time? It's everywhere. Bernie wearing his gloves. Everybody look. Everybody look at Bernie. He's wearing gloves. He's sitting with his legs crossed. Oh! All right. It's time. I think we all know what that means. Oh boy. Oh wait, before we get there, I'm hyping all this up. And then I turn to see what this Bernie image actually is. Story of, and it's a Jewish museum embraces the meme. Inauguration Bernie now on t-shirts and mugs. The pose that launched 1,000 memes is now available online as a t-shirt or mug from Philly's own National Museum of American Jewish History, which is cashing in on Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders' bundled up Inauguration Day look, just as half the internet is begging the other half to stop posting it. true. But if you're one of the half that's like, post, keep posting, keep it going, you can buy yourself a mug with Bernie on it, or other paraphernalia with Bernie emblazoned on it, wearing his fun little gloves. Now, for real, it's the time we all look forward to. Right, Grace? Even you look forward to this time. CAROLYN, vice columnist. She's got some things to say to people who ask her questions. She's like, yo, here's what you should do. It's CAROLYN. Ready? Let's get right to the question today. Ready, Grace? Question. I have been warned that when I had a baby, I would cease to be Nikki to people and would simply become kid's mom. I knew it was coming, yet I was not prepared when it did. My son is 18 months old and is the only grandkid on both sides. I have tried to remain the multifaceted person I was before motherhood, but as far as our families are concerned, I am either the nice lady who takes care of their beloved grandson on good days, or the evil gatekeeper who keeps them from spoiling him rotten on bad days. Recently, I wanted to catch up with relatives and had cool career news to share. But I could not get anyone to have a conversation with me that didn't revolve around kid-related topics. I do understand this will die down eventually, but I might go nuts before then. Is there any hope I can successfully insist they let me be Nikki again? CAROLYN's answer? She says, did you insist unsuccessfully? Did you ask explicitly for what you wanted? Motherhood is great. I just love to be Nikki for a bit instead of mom. Any takers? This won't help you with clueless people or those looking to justify their dislike for you. I can just hear them grumbling to anyone who will listen that Nikki made everything all about her. But anyone else will, I hope, appreciate the clear guidance. I expect a lot of people catching up with a newish parent feel obligated to ask you about your child and how parenthood is going. So frame this in your mind as letting them all off the hook as you kindly redirect conversations to whatever else you'd rather discuss. You don't like that answer? You don't like that? You want to do a bonus question? We got one here. We got a bonus if you want to do it. You don't want to do a bonus? No bonus today? Let me just read the question and see if it's worth an answer. What phrases do you have for a 40-something woman who wants her in-laws to respect her body autonomy? I'm not close to my husband's extended family by any means, with the exception of my mother and father-in-law. But his whole family is touchy-feely. And certain people get offended if I don't hug them, making comments like, oh, you don't want to hug me, huh? I'm pouting about it. No hugs today. No, I don't want to hug my husband's uncles. They make me feel uncomfortable. I resent how they make it seem like I'm on a problem when I say, no hugs. Or, hi, let's just not hug today. Okay, creepy uncle? You are, CAROLYN says, you already have the words and shared them here. No hugs. And, hi, let's just not hug. I mean, especially now. It's like, hello, there's a pandemic on the loose. Not supposed to get close to each other. Right, Grace? Like, that's the reason why you're not hugging me. No, offense is not your problem, especially now when aggressive, touchy-feelers are also a health hazard. Exactly. On top of the usual rude. So the problem isn't that his family is offended and pouting. It's that you're letting their offended pouting get to you. Right? You have every right to say no. I think it's great you do. Not everyone has the presence of mind in the moment to be so assertive in the face of potentially awkward consequences. So please just finish the badassery job and let them pout all they want. Channel Amy Poehler, as quoted in Tina Fey's Ballsy Pants. When Jimmy Fallon reacted badly to a Poehler joke, she wheeled around on him. I don't care if you don't like it. I love that. That's how I feel about this channel in a way. Sorry, everyone. If you don't like the channel or you don't want to watch, I don't care. I'm doing it for me and my kid. Huh? It's my creative outlet. Not yours. If you want a creative outlet, where you read the paper live to your child or just by yourself, you can do it and make your own channel. And then you can structure it any way you like. And have anything you want to say about it, be valid. Until then, we're going to go with another daily nonsense Scorpio horoscope. Right? Because that's part of the show. It's a 2-star day, according to the stars. Going to Marilyn Aslin. Let's see. What kind of bogus advice am I going to be getting today? Resist temptation. Seek fulfillment of wholesome desires. The positive and negatives of passions are evident today. Pursue expression through the spoken or written word. Hey. Sometimes when the horoscope does kind of seem to hit the target, you got to be like, all right, fine. Maybe today it wasn't as bogus. I mean, listen. Pursue expression through the spoken or written word. Hello? Okay. Let's go to the region now. Region. What do you think? Use some region grace. This is where, like, typically you'll, you know, get some more maybe hard-hitting type, topical type, right in your face type stories, because, you know, if you live in the suburbs of Philly, this is where you're gonna find that related news potentially. Let's just go through with it because I'm not seeing anything so far. Man is charged in slaying of ex-wife. She went to police repeatedly to report that he had threatened, stalked, assaulted her. And why wasn't he kept away? A man who, according to police records, stalked and terrorized his ex-wife in the months before she was slain Wednesday evening was charged with killing her. Adriano Carano, 55, charged with murder and related charges in the death of Gladys Carano, 52, fatally shot as she sat in her SUV in front of her own home, 900 block of Hart Street. 10 days before the slaying, Cardanio pleaded guilty to violating a protective order. Okay, so she was trying to keep this punk away. He was sentenced to 6 months probation after that order filed by his ex-wife. Dude, woman doesn't want you around. Okay? Just beat it. Find somebody else. Go on, I don't know, Tinder. I did see this too. You see this, Chris? Hostile newsroom, according to complainants at CBS. A top CBS television executive allegedly disparaged Yuki Washington. This is the local affiliate. CBS 3's eyewitness news anchor as just a jive guy. The Los Angeles Times reported Sunday in an article about a, quote, hostile work environment at CBS 3 and other local network-owned stations around the country. Washington, a fixture at CBS's Philadelphia station since the 1980s, did not comment for the Times. And did not respond Sunday to a request for comment from the Inky, short for the Inquirer, for those in the know. Times article alleged that CBS television stations presented Peter Dunne and a top lieutenant cultivated a hostile work environment that included bullying female managers and blocking efforts to hire and retain black journalists. All right. Brady Stewart, CBS 3's general manager, in a message to employees, expressed understanding that the Times coverage was difficult for many of them to read and that he was committed to fighting for equal and fair diversity in our workplace. Ernest Owens, president of the Philadelphia Association for Black Journalists, called Dunn's comment about Washington disheartening and said a collaboration was needed to address systemic racism in the CBS 3 newsroom and beyond. I added the and beyond. So that was an editorializing. Hey, Grace, you want to do a little peaceful moment now? Do a quick peaceful moment? Let's do a peaceful moment, okay? Help me learn about some people who passed away, okay? We're going to say nice, calm things. We're going to recognize their life. And then we're going to move on to the front section and be done. Almost. What do we have today, Gracie? Who do we have today? Let's see. Oh. All right. We got Keith Mellinson. Grace. We got a 52-year-old special agent of the FBI, former U.S. Army officer. Yes. For more than 30 years, Mellinson's career and life were defined by a passion for service and the high ideals of duty, honor, country. First learned as a cadet at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, where his remains will be interred. Wow. Man, that guy probably saw some stuff. Special agent at the FBI. Definitely knows some stuff. But already passed, doesn't say. Rest in peace, Keith. Thank you for your service. Okay. Joseph Przebylski of Belmont Hills. Rest in peace. Robert Murphy. Happily married for 67 years. Rest in peace. Okay. Then we have people who I guess are a little more prominent in the world, according to, I don't know, whatever metrics determines who gets the bigger OBITS. We have aide to a PA legislator. We have a singer. And we have a guy who won a couple Tonys. R.I.P. Now we get to the front section. Be very patient. So you, Grace. All right, let's get to the front section here and just kind of finish her up. Turning pages, A2 and 3, nothing here. Big ad for Dell's here. Well, I'm good, I got my computers. Let's see. Oh, lawmakers call for targeted relief. They question items in Biden's $1.9 trillion plan in a call between key centrists and administration officials. Lawmakers from both major political parties lobbied White House officials Sunday for a more targeted relief bill as they questioned the need for some of the items included in President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus plan. Lawmakers in the call raised questions including whether a new round of $1,400 checks included in the proposal could be more narrowly targeted to those who need them most, according to several people familiar with the call. Participants also asked administration officials to justify the need for hundreds of billions of dollars allocated toward other purposes, including for schools, given that Congress has already spent about $4 trillion on the coronavirus relief effort. I said this before in one of these little reads. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with them saying, like, hey, can we figure out who needs that $1,400, like, specifically? At least a criteria, and then we can maybe whittle down that amount for those that don't need it to that degree. I think it's responsible, frankly, for these people to question a way to make it more targeted. That's what our legislators and our reps should do. They should move towards getting it done, but question, is there a way to make this a little more efficient? Wow. We're on letters and op-eds now. We are already on letters and op-eds. Here's the cartoon for today. Floating on air. I don't understand it really. All right, let's see who actually got published today. Who wrote letters in from the public, and they published them. Let's see. Meg Berlin, Philly. Marsha Hyman, Cherry Hill. Confusion over vaccines. Those are their kind of themes of their letters. Gary Kaplan, Warwick, Comey's recommendation of pardon. Mike Egan, Biden's call for unity. Thiesen's false equivalency by Ben Zuckerman out of Philly. Paul Bacon, Hannondale Beach, Florida, ending white supremacy. To truly conquer and hopefully end white supremacy, we must repeal the 13th Amendment support of prison slavery, pay Black and Native Americans reparations, abolish the Electoral College, end the war on drugs, and end private prisons. These 5 steps are a good start. I'm really not going to make much comment on that. I don't know the actual reality that those things could actually happen, but I guess you can actually write anything you want and send it into the Inquirer. So, and postmodernism, Carl Levine. We have a little thing from Mark Thiessen here. Steps Biden can take to restore unity. Not quite sure he has much of a standing to, give advice on how to unify people, but he's giving it a shot today in the Inquirer. And that, for better or for worse, was today's daily newspaper read, Philadelphia Inquirer, January 25th, 2021. What do you think, Grace? Not bad? Time for us to get you ready for school? We'll do the New York Times later today. Don't know when. Stay tuned. This is going to be fun. We didn't get to the New York Times yesterday. I did read it on my own. That happened. But today, we'll do it together. Until then, hang loose.